Alright. That guy's trying to make a... The guy's trying to make a trebuchet. That'll be interesting. Is this guy just leaving? Hey, dude, we need to brief.
What needs to be done?
Look, a military encampment's a complicated thing. I don't expect it to be as peaceful and orderly as Holy Mass. But what we have here now is havoc. The men are as nervous and short-tempered as caged bears. When you walk around the camps, you'll see for yourself. Grumbling everywhere, complaints about everything from the gruel to the fleas. They're moaning they've drunk the alehouse dry, and now they have to wait for the next batch of beer. We've got dead who deserve a decent burial, and a lot of wounded, including one of their lordships. The less the troops grumble, the better off we'll all be. But that's not even the main problem.
What do you mean?
Did you hear what Sir Divish was saying to Fafar, our master builder?
I heard some of it.
And what did you make of it?
He said he'd never built a trebuchet catapult. I wouldn't even know where to start, but he might.
But, if it'll take him as long as he said, we can't wait until Judgment Day. We don't have that much time.
I'll try to ask him if I can help in some way.
You should definitely do that. Without a trebuchet, we're much too weak.
How are you faring, Sir Raybard?
How do you think I'm faring, lad? There's some cutthroat thug lolling about in my bed at the castle.
Well, at least no one's raised Talmberg.
Not so far. Though we may end up doing it ourselves to smoke the bastard out.
I imagine Sir Divish isn't taking it too well.
And why do you think he handed command over to me? But it pains my heart, too. That place is my home.
What's the easiest way to take back Talmberg?
The easiest way? Call in the Royal Army and leave it to them. But there's no Royal Army to help us now, and we can't afford to wait. What's more, we don't want to destroy the castle. Personally, I'd like to return to it.
Repairing the castle would be expensive.
And time-consuming. No trebuchet is wholly on target. The missiles fly as they please. And if we blast the castle to pieces and Sigismund comes back, he'll make short work of us.
Do you think Sigismund will come back?
How do I know what's in his head? But if he doesn't take advantage of this chaos, someone else probably will. The whole country will know about it soon enough.
I'd never have thought so many people were keeping an eye on Talmberg. Like that fellow Havel.
Not only Talmberg, and we've left precious few men in Ratai. If we're defeated here, who's to stop them from pillaging the whole province? And there's no shortage of power-hungry bastards like Havel and Toth in Bohemia.
Is there some way we can get through the gate?
There are steps from the gate up to the walkway on the battlements, and I don't know how Istvan's covering them. Then there's the portcullis to get through. A big battering ram might breach it, but how could you get one that close? I reckon we'll have to set fire to it.
Stack up brushwood and light it?
Brushwood, timber, anything that burns, soaked in as much pitch as possible. The local charcoal burners surely have some.
And even if it doesn't burn the gate right down, it'll weaken it and make it easier to break through.
Exactly.
And what about the walls? Which side is the most vulnerable?
The south and east are solid. It would be useless to try anything there.
It's best defended from the north, and as for the west...
From the west is where we tried it, and got royally fucked, if you recall. But I think in the end we'll try that way again, only this time we'll do it better.
Pity they didn't stay holed up in Vranyk for longer. It would have been much easier there.
Toth is a wily fox. If he'd had all his men with him there would have been real carnage. It's likely we only won there because he'd already gone and taken most of his best soldiers with him.
Is there anything you can tell me about Talmberg's weak points?
The truth is, Talmberg has far too few weaknesses. Who'd have thought that was something I'd come to regret?
Pity they didn't stay holed up in Vranyk for...
Toth is a wily fox.
Is there anything else I can help?
Well, we need some pitch. I know you had dealings with the charcoal burners.
I've met a few, true enough.
Then have a look around the area. If you manage to find any pitch, bring it to our quartermaster in the camp at the quarry.
I still say let me go in there and just take care of the problem and kill all of them one by one. I already got a few of them there and had the chance to get even more of them while I was there. I can just mass murder them all. I've done it before, and I can do it again. That's the problem with these kinds of narratives when you have a character that's a superhero, is that they can often just break the story and nothing about that makes sense anymore, because it's like, Henry can do it. Hey, Henry's here. He'll save the day, because I'm a badass. I've killed like 100 people.
God save you, Henry. God be with you, lad. What can I do for you?
Sir Robard sent me to you. He said you have to build a trebuchet.
Indeed. A trebuchet that can smash the walls of Tamburg. I, a mining engineer. What do I know of war machines? I'll never manage it on my own.
Well, I'd like to help you, but how? I don't know anything about trebuchets either.
Actually, there is a way you could help. Conrad Kieser came to Sasso recently. If you could get him to come here, it would save my skin.
Conrad Kieser? Who's he?
He's a scholar who studied medicine, but he also designed siege engines. He even took part in the siege of Nicopolis, together with Sigismund.
You're still an engineer, though. Couldn't you build it yourself?
Are you serious? Do you know how complicated such a machine is? What forces are at work in the contraption? If we were lucky, it wouldn't fire at all. Far more likely it would smash itself to smithereens and kill lots of us instead of the enemy.
He was with Sigismund.
It's not so straightforward. They quarrelled after the battle, after Conrad blamed their defeat on Sigismund.
I don't suppose he took that too well.
Quite. That's what led to Conrad being banished from Prague and making a base at Betlen Castle.
Banished? Like a common criminal?
He was a member of the court and a doctor and a master engineer, so nothing quite that bad befell him. I've even heard he has a whole host of wise men with him and they're writing some book together.
What's he doing here in Sasso?
They sent him over here to help with building the monastery. No doubt they had to pay handsomely to get him.
And how am I supposed to get him here? Abduct him?
Well, only if all else fails. We need his cooperation. Try having a word with him. By all accounts, he hates Sigismund.
All right, I'll do what I can.
Thank you, Henry. Maybe we will build that trebuchet after all.
Should be able to get him to do what we want via my inflated speech skill, but if all else fails, I can punch him in the face and carry him. That has worked before. A few people down the hill there. Rocketeer. We're gonna do ourselves a siege. And as interesting as a multi-stage crazy siege is as a concept, how cool would it be if I could just undo the entire quest by just being so effective in the stealth part that we accomplished our goal already and the gates are open. I find it particularly frustrating because if we wanted to break in, that was our chance. Like, even if we ignore the hostages, I was at the area where the gate was. It was ready to open. Like, if we could have opened it, then our troops could go inside and we could attack in the middle of the night and we could wipe out everyone in our way. Which isn't that different from what we're about to do anyway, because we're planning on using a trebuchet. Like, subtlety's gone if we're trying to get the hostages back.
Welcome, Henry.
Wait, can I talk to somebody on a horse? No. I was curious. So I've never really tried it before, but there's plenty of games where you can.
God save you. What can I do for you?
How are the men holding up?
They're a rabble. The out-of-towners are desperate to go home. And the locals, they've got nowhere else to go. So they're just generally complaining.
Are they causing trouble?
No trouble as such. It's true I've caught a few of them asleep on their watch. There's nothing a couple of lashes of the whip can't cure.
Well, there might be a simpler solution.
Whipping a man, simple enough. Just give one of them a beating, the others will remember. And when they forget, do it again.
But then you'd have an injured soldier. It occurred to me a herbal potion might do the trick.
I never heard of any wives' quackery helping troop morale. But Christ knows they could do with something to flush the booze out of them and keep their eyes open.
How goes it, Sir Bernard?
How goes it? We're sitting here under the castle, and all day long there's folks hewing stones. My ears are ringing as if I've been struck on the head, which is just how I feel.
I felt that way too since the night of the attack.
That went horribly wrong. And even so, we were lucky. Could have gone much worse.
God be with you.
How are we doing with the food?
Who wants to know? One of their lordships?
No, I just wondered if there was anything you're short of.
Oh, I see. The lordling is wondering if we're in urgent need of anything. Well, well. To tell the truth, we don't have much meat. They bring it round often enough, but never as much as they should.
Yes, I've heard something like that.
I'll say. Every other man's moaning on about it. The gamekeepers are doing all they can, but they can't keep up. So if you know how to help them out, bring it right here. I'll take care of the rest.
Fine, I'll keep that in mind. Do we have any beer?
Christ, I wish we did. Our ale's all gone, and we've drained the local inn dry.
That's bad news.
Don't I know it? You can't go and catch a beer in the woods, either. But if you happen to know about some, let's hear it. News like that'd refresh me almost as much as a drink. And the lads, too.
God damn, I've been nobility for all of 5 minutes. I'm already being judged for it. And I'm not even really nobility. I'm barely acknowledged. Time to go getting some meat. This should be easy. I'll start with this one. Just walk in this direction for a little bit and shoot something with a bow real quick. Remember to switch to shitty arrows. There we go. I don't have a lot of shitty arrows anymore, do I? What's these better long distance arrows that don't have damage values? I figure we'll use the crappy ones because we're not fighting against soldiers right now. And right before I set out, we'll update our save. I don't think there's such thing as an arrow weak enough that a rabbit survives it. Although if I'm lucky, I'll find something way bigger. Did I hear a turkey? Kind of thought I heard something, but I couldn't make it out. God damn, somebody had a bad time with the slopes. People have a terrible track record of the wagons. It occurs to me, I don't know if I've seen a single wagon in motion this entire game. Just like dozens of destroyed ones, basically. Which is weird to think about. Hey, come here, you wascal, you wabbit. Ha ha. I'll catch you. I'm gonna stab you with my sword. Can I get something bigger, though? Hey, look, people. Right, I'm wearing heavy armor, aren't I? Yeah.
Who's there?
Who's there? Somebody hunting wabbits. How much rabbit was that? How much rabbit was that? 22 out of 30. Wow, one rabbit is almost enough to restore my food stores. Hi.
There you are, you knave. Now you'll get what's coming to you.
What? Why?
Hey.
Stop that. What the fuck?
What did that poor creature ever do to you, you bastard? You'll pay for this. You should have thought twice about what you're doing. That'll land you a fat fine.
Fuck you, I'm here under the authority of the local government, you piece of shit. What the fuck? It's not even a secret task. I'm here under the actual government.
You're making a serious...
Well,
Fuck off, dude. Who do you think you are? I'm literally here under orders of the actual local government to save the local castle. What are you doing, poaching? I'm like, no, not really. Fuck off. Somehow I don't think Capon's gonna want to arrest me for hunting a hare or two when it's feeding the soldiers. Crazy, crazy. But I think it's a 22 out of 90. But that says 30, but the other one says 90. Is that another side quest that says 90? Holy crap, that one that wants you to get a bunch of hare meat requires more food than the one you need for a war. Think about that. What did that poor creature ever do to you? Are you not familiar with the concept of eating meat? Is that not mean? Are you the one vegan in old-timey times? Oh, that's a big old deer. That is an unnecessarily big deer. You having troubles pathing there? You having a little trouble pathing? Come here, buddy. I'm gonna be extra friendly to you. Oh, behave. Come here. I just want to give you a little hug. We're gonna be best of friends. Do you have infinite stamina? Stop that. Humans are supposed to be the masters, sprinters of the animal kingdom, and all you other things are supposed to be shitty at it. Don't take me back to these people. They're gonna try to arrest me again, and then I'll have to punch them or something. Come here.
Hey, you! Halt! Surrender! You've committed a... What have you done to that animal?
For the love of God.
Don't you worry. You
What other-
should have thought twice.
What other crimes? What are you talking about? Go away.
You're making...
Fuck it.
Damn it.
I don't care about money.
You've paid...
Oh no, my money. Fuck off. You're lucky you get to live. Am I about to get arrested again? No? That's what I thought. That's gonna land you a big fat fine because you're being a naughty boy. Oh. I'm barefoot. This is safe. Uh-oh. Well, that's not good. I can't jump anymore. We'll see if I survive this or not. Ow. Shortest path is not the best call. Both my left and right feet are like 70% busted right now. See, a human being would sit on their ass and kind of slide, and they wouldn't just jump off straight off like a lunatic. I tried to punch that rabbit, just so we're clear. I tried to punch him so hard. I was all excited about the idea. I'm like, oh, can I punch that rabbit? So I'm gonna single-handedly solve every problem for an entire siege while everyone else just sits around? How inept is this kingdom? Maybe they deserve to lose. If I'm single-handedly saving the day every single time...
I brought you some meat.
Stack it over here.
Get it all out of my inventory, please.
That's the lot.
Good. Well, thanks very much. And when you've got more, feel free to stop by. You won't be unwelcome. Oh yes, and here's a little something for the trip.
I think I already gave you guys like 3 times what you needed or something. I was kicking some ass. Yes, there's an herbalist that way. Gonna head all the way back to Ushitz for the beer. Oh yeah, the herbalist must be the same person we dealt with before. Good, let's go to B next. The herbalist must be the same person we dealt with that helped us with... Helped us isn't the accurate thing to call it, really. But the same person who was dealing with the supposed witches, the people that were basically going to be like poisoning themselves in the woods, and then random farmers show up out of nowhere to murder them. What are these women expressing themselves, taking some drugs and hanging out in the woods? We better murder all of them to save ourselves from the lack of threat that's being posed to us. Is my health recovering actively? I think, yeah, it must be. I think I was hurt more than that, wasn't I? Ooh, boars. You can do it, Pebbles. I believe in you. Even though I made you slower so that you can carry more. I believe we're just about there. I think just about every skill's gonna come into play over the course of this, isn't it? She's not in there. I guess they never are. They're always just sitting out front on a bench that they never get up from.
I need something to keep our soldiers awake. Do you know of anything that might help?
I do know of a concoction to ward off sleep. I can teach you how to make it if you like.
But I need enough for at least 100 people.
I can't help you with that. You'll have to brew up a bit at a time as it's needed. So, do you want to do it or not?
That'll be very helpful.
Would you teach me something about medicinal herbs?
Certainly.
I'd like to practice the basics.
All right, but it'll cost you. Now, pay close attention. God.
Would you teach me something about medicinal...
Sir.
I'm interested...
All right.
Isn't that quite a lot? That's it.
Agree.
Would you teach me...
Sir.
I'd like to...
All right.
Isn't that quite... Agree?
That's... Agree.
My herbalism's higher than my defense skill already? Goddamn. What level is it? What level is it now? Yeah, it's level 11 already. Damn. It is right up there. Not my alchemy, though. That's lagging behind a bit more. Alright, so we got the cockerel potion recipe. You've used the perk Master Thief. Oh, right. I don't have to lockpick those kinds of potions anymore. Oh, witch potion? Cockerel. What was the witch potion, though? Where's the witch's potion? Do I have to manually read it? Witch potion. There we go. Your horse can't carry anymore. You finally maxed him out. Which is weird because I just sold stuff off my horse, didn't I? Oh, wait. This is the potion that was in the quest I did. That's what it is. Unless it's you carry more? Or lose less stamina, I think. Cockerel. Alright, 1 Valerian, 2 mint. I have none of those things at the moment. But this just had some hides. That's food. Fly agaric. Come on, I imagine you have a bunch of cool stuff just growing around you, right? For your profession. Oh, down here. That's like the garden. No. St. John's wort. Eyebright. Nettle. I mean, it'll increase my strength a bit, but that's about it. By just, essentially grinding by looting some stuff. Probably gonna have to go to the town that the next quest takes place in, and then try to see if I can do some purchasing there for mint and stuff. These definitely seem like the same plants repeating a lot. Does she have any more? I'm not so great at being able to spot this stuff from a distance. I don't necessarily recognize what I'm looking for. I can't jump right now because I'm overburdened. Part of me is just wondering right now if I can get away with selling her own local plants back to her. Like, yes, thank you for picking them for me, I guess. Here's a tip. I don't remember what mint looked like. I think it's just another green plant. Which is not an easy thing to spot at a distance. When that's what everything else looks like, too. $283 nettle. That's not a good amount of money. This is negligible at best. Oh well. What do you sell? Anything fun? Recipe for poison. And leather water and other things. Lethen water? The procedure is irreversible and painful. Oh. Choose your perks anew. You get to respec your character. Ambrosiation. I was more interested in whether or not they sell skills. Book on herbalism. There we go. I've got the recipe. I'll go to the next town while doing other quests and see if I can buy what I need. What am I... Or I can just buy them off of you. What am I talking about? Mint and... God damn it, I forget. Valerian and mint. I definitely find myself wishing that they could just keep that book open. It magically closes as you walk away. Not really sure why I thought I'd have to go somewhere else. I got focused on wanting to find it for free, and then forgot about that I still have a paid option here before I go on to the next step of trying to find it elsewhere. Go back. He whose eyelids are falling and his body ceases to serve him and yet has before him a long journey, let him drink this potion and restore his energy. You need spirits. Handful of valerian and 2 mint. Grind the mint, boil the mint for 1 turn. Add the valerian and boil for 2 more turns. Distill. Spiritus. Mint. 2 handfuls of mint to be ground in the dish. Let's do some mortar and pestling. Thank you for not making this a quick time event. Just solidly comes out in one big old clump. There we go. Weird how I mortared it and it still looks like a bunch... Like, it's just a weird flat texture of a bunch of leaves, is what they put on top of their, like, a stock photo. But, like, I ground it up. Shouldn't look like leaves. Boil the mint for 1 turn, add the valerian and boil for 2 more turns. Give me them bubbles. There we go. 1 turn. Grab me some valerian. That's 1 turn over. Flip that shit over and bellows. Keep that shit boiling for 2 more turns. That's 1 turn. And 2 turns. Now we distill. Do I have to keep bellowing or something? What am I doing at that point? Oh, okay. Did I do it right? New level of alchemy! Get the potions some other way. 3 out of 60? God damn. Alchemy. Oopsie. Do I have 2 points I can spend? When you successfully brew a potion, get 1 extra. Doesn't apply to auto brew. Oh, that's a higher level skill. Whoops. Stuff spoils slower. When brewing, you can make 1 extra mistake without being a problem. Poison lasts longer. Brews sell for more. Witcher. Drink more potions. You can now auto brew potions. You have brewed once before, but you can only brew 1. So it makes it more expensive, which is kind of annoying. Why not just let me use my skill correctly? But I don't want to play that whole mini game like that many times in a row. Ah, but eventually you produce more of them. Eventually you can brew 3 at a time, but that's levels 10 and 13, and I'm level what? 8. Not great. Yeah, I really want skills like that mostly. Get the potions some other way is an option, but 60 potions. Can I even get that much?
God bless.
Might as well get all the mint they have. Don't mind me, just gonna read this skill book real quick to see if I can get further along. We got some work to do, some work to do, some work to do. I might have to drain multiple towns of their stock of these herbs in order to craft enough. Which if I can at least get the auto brewing thing, it'll be less hassle. Because the money, ooh, new level of reading. Because the money part's not a big deal. So if I have to pay more money to get enough to brew all the potions I need, I don't really care. It's just the sheer time. Leveled up new reading skill. All settlements, hunting spots, and caves are now on the map. Doesn't matter where you read, you get a learning bonus anywhere you read. Your level of study of the book you've read most of will automatically... what does it even mean? Your level of study of the book you've read most of will advance automatically when sleeping or skipping time. I mean, I guess I just do cartographer. It'll fill in my map, because, yeah, those skills aren't really that useful at that point, actually. A lot of them, like, why would I need to auto-proceed at a book? I finished the book super fast anyway. I do them in one sitting. If it means something I don't know about, then it's not super clear what it means, I suppose. Man, my defense is low. Probably because I keep avoiding getting hit, like somebody probably should try to do. I imagine your stock has changed nothing. Do you sell that potion? No. You do have to craft it. It's basically out of the material for crafting it. And my skill for alchemy is now just past 8. Not great. In fact, I think the book I got was actually for herbalism, and not for alchemy, wasn't it? Do I just loop it? If I'm gonna loop that, I might as well. I have to get more recipe ingredients anyway to do this, so I might as well do that potentially off camera between sessions or something. And do other stuff right now. I still have more of the stuff. Get rid of that. So far I have 3. Not after the best start ever. Camp is out of beer. Let's see if I can convince them to provide some more. So if I want the auto brew skill, I need to have... I need to hit rank 10. So I need 2 more entire ranks of alchemy to even get to work. That's a bummer. I would expect that I'm probably going to do all of these different side quests or whatever in this session. Is that guy running towards me, or what's he doing? No, he's just jogging. Oh, probably the rain. So we're probably going to have me finish all of these side quests during this session, potentially, and then out of nowhere, between episodes, I'll be like, yeah, I got all those potions now. Because I might manually craft them while listening to a podcast. My favorite pastime, grinding.
Jesus Christ be praised.
I'm not wearing clothes.
I need to bring a few kegs of beer back to Talmberg.
To Talmberg? Why? Actually, it doesn't matter. I don't care. I'm running low on beer and I've no kegs left. Ask again later, or go ask elsewhere.
Do you sell anything I care about? No. That's it? Are there G's all over the map or something? They are. Okay, every tavern's on the map. Now I get it. I was like, wait, it's just a dead end? No, it's, you check with each one individually. Let's get dressed. So I look less like a lunatic. Ooh? Ooh! Where's my horsey? Oh, there you are. I think, yeah, I lost track of which wall I left him behind. He's like, he's behind one of these fences, I remember. I just saw him. Down we go, gonna be nighttime, gonna suck, cause then I'm gonna have to skip forward. But hey, I'll be at a tavern. Can find a place to sleep so I can get my energy back up, because it's about to drop to 50 where it starts to be a bad thing. I'm glad I got the perks at the beginning of the game that seemed to make it so that my health and energy dropped slower. You say fail, I say press forward and B, and it'll unfail in just a moment. I'll show you failed escape. It got dark, by the way. Damn. What, is he gonna keep trying to mug me in town now? No, it stopped.
Welcome, Henry.
Jesus.
I'm honored that you should come to...
Andrew, there's no more beer in Talmberg, and the soldiers are starting to grumble. Can't you send some there?
I could, but there's nothing in it for me.
Just as a matter of interest, who do you pay your taxes to?
You're saying I should be paying the Talmberg to old Sir Divish? When Sir Havel of Waldeck was the master here, I managed to wriggle out of it. Nobody's come collecting since.
Well, right now, there are 3 noblemen camped by Talmberg, one of whom might be very interested to learn about all the tax you owe. I imagine he might want to collect it in the form of beer.
When you put it like that, I have got a few kegs I could send over. I won't lose out too much. They'd only spoil if I kept them longer, and I'd have to throw them away.
Just remember, if you poison them, they'll hang you for it.
Those soldiers would drink it up long before it has time to go off. And what's more, what with all that cabbage being eaten, it wouldn't occur to anyone the shits came courtesy of the beer. I'll have them loaded up right away and taken there. And give their lordships my regards. Tell them I'm sending my best beer as a gift. Why the devil shouldn't I get some goodwill out of this at least?
What do you think about Talmberg being attacked?
What do I think? That as long as decent people can live in peace, I can talk my way out of paying taxes. I don't care who my liege lord is.
Well, this new lord never forgets a man who fails to pay him a single groschen, and the poor probably go straight to the gallows for it.
That's terrible news, especially for us. Poor folk. I hope you'll drive him out of here so fast he'll shit himself, or hang him from the tallest Talmberg tree.
People usually shit themselves when that happens too.
All to the good. A nice bit of manure and everything blossoms.
Oh boy. No one will ever notice that the beer is what's giving them the shits. Okay, charming. That took care of that though, kind of, didn't it? Or did it not? I mean, I asked about it. Closer letter is F, yeah. Let's sleep for a bit. There's always nettle.
Is there somewhere I could...
Certainly. For how long?
Just the...
All right.
Here you...
You're like...
2 groschen for sleeping. That's weird to think about every time, just because of the way money's treated in this game. It's just so minor. Not low enough to have to eat yet. Are those the sleeping spots? And then is that it? Guess so. Don't care about reaching the morning, just care about getting that meter up. Max out energy, then my nourishment might... Is it staying still? It might stay still. Huh. A standing still effect is happening here. Anyway, that should get me to 100 nourishment, energy. My nourishment went up somehow instead of down. What the fuck? Oh well. I'm going to eat. It'll pig me for like 3 points. Other than that, we're good. I'm gonna go off towards the F, and the other guy that's back towards the actual original camp. And both of those should give us updates that are worthwhile. Where'd I leave my horse? I thought they were right here. So the closest letter is the F, which should be the... I think that's the charcoal burners. Seriously, do they have other people working with them? How am I the only person available for this shit? A lot of these are the most like basic logistical issues. Send a soldier to every tavern to ask about beer. Send somebody to the charcoal burners to check on them. Send someone to the herbalist. It's not just that it's absurd that Henry is the Superman that solves all their problems, but also just the fact that, like, on a basic logistical level, all these problems get solved a lot faster if you send more than one person to basically visit every city in the entire map to solve various problems all at the same time, while claiming you have a time limit to deal with. It's just hard to buy the idea that they are under time constraints when they don't act like it. What kind of leaders are they that have all these people under them and kingdoms and fiefdoms and shit like that if they can't even delegate? It's like it's literally their only job and they can't do it right.
Shit.
That's what I thought.
Sod off.
Unfortunately, we have to wait because we have to work by their schedule. Wait, I'm standing still. Why is my nourishment going down? Is it because being over 100 is considered a debuff, so they know it's best to reduce it? I don't know. Standing still is supposed to make my nourishment and energy stay still. Unless I didn't get that skill. I thought I did.
Welcome, Henry.
God's blessings. What can I do for you?
I'm looking for some pitch for Talmberg.
Already? What happened to the last lot we supplied?
I don't know, and it doesn't matter. Do you have any, or don't you?
I do. I had a buyer lined up, but it's been a while since he showed his face. What do you need it for?
Talmberg's been taken by a horde of brigands, so we're laying siege to it. We could use some pitch.
Christ blood. I hadn't heard the news. All right, it's all yours. You gave us a hand with that ginger when we needed it, and if it's for Sir Divish, I know my duty. If you want to haul it away yourself, feel free, or I can get someone to deliver it to you.
Thank you. God bless you.
Tell the quartermaster to send someone for the pitch. There we go. Did I mess up somehow? I'm gonna double check just in case. Was I supposed to manually haul? That's the pitch one. Was I supposed to manually haul the kegs by getting them off the ground or something? Because there was... Run away. Same spot. Was I supposed to manually haul off the what do they call them? Pitchers or whatever. The kegs.
Henry, I'm glad you came.
I hope I can be of some...
What do you train? Axe? No.
Henry, I'm glad you stopped by. Got it for you right here.
There are like hints of kegs here and there, but I don't think they're... I don't think you can pick them up. Oh yeah, don't even have to do the minigame when it's that easy. I wonder if anything's too hard anymore, or if I finally reached above that point. Oh, well, that's me getting even higher. Sure, I'll grab Savior Schnapps, it's technically worth something. Lockpick. Russian. Oh my god. I just don't have to anymore. How crazy is that? Shit. I think it's just outside people being like, I would like a beer. But it's making me jumpy. The Addams family. If it's not clear, no, at this point I don't think I'm looking for the kegs. I'm just being a shithead. Get those stolen items out of my inventory if I can. None of these cannons being stolen. What counts as being stolen in this game? I explicitly steal things in the games, like, yeah, whatevs. But other times I'm like... taking things off the corpses of enemy bandits during war, when supposedly soldiers are allowed to pillage or something like that. And then it's like, you stole that, you better give that back. You're not gonna be able to sell that anywhere. That enemy bandit gathered resources. If I'm supposed to grab the kegs locally, I don't see where. So, I don't know. It weirds me out that that quest didn't update when I succeeded at finding what I was looking for. I'm not sure what to make of that. You might just have to find even more of them around everywhere, but it's just weird that it didn't update at all. Let's go to Logistical. Hold up. Nope. Hold up. Nope. I said fail, but I went anyway. What the what? Weird. I said avoid. What the fuck? What is happening? Oh, you can't go through that. That was weird. I had a 14% chance of success and I hit B, which means flee or run away or don't engage and stuff like that, and it said fail. And yet then I still kept going anyway. Then the next one happened and he's like, you have a 100% chance, and I hit B, and my 100% chance led to me leaving that screen. I'm not sure what's going on some of the times in this game. Oh well. Back to going towards Logistical. How's that woodcutting business going? Was that this town? They've just found themselves with such simpler lives compared to what I've been dealing with. You? Oh yeah, that's the innkeeper.
My respects to you, sir. I need to bring a few kegs of beer back to Talmberg.
I don't have anything that would last the journey there, and I certainly don't want to swing for poisoning anyone.
Nope, no cool books. Well, Pebbles, we tried. Do you stink at this point? You've been covering that rag for a while now, haven't you? Conrad Kieser. Let's focus on the tour of the letter G for now. Then my round trip. Then we can see what in the world Kieser involves. We're doing our fair share of looking at this screen lately. At least we successfully found meat and we found pitch. That'll get us started. And we have the recipe for the potions, but there's going to be some serious grunt work involved there.
How are you, Henry?
How are you, Henry? Hey, everyone. Henry's come to see us.
May the Lord watch
Henry.
over you, Henry.
Oh, Henry. You're so great, Henry.
I am honored that a knight such as you takes
He's
an interest
trespassing in my home.
I need to bring a few kegs of beer back.
I'm sorry about that, but I don't have any to spare. I can hold out a while with what I have, but I'll be running short myself if it came to that. You'll have to try somewhere else.
It might just be a failed update. Maybe if I just go back to the quartermaster, I can just update on the beer situation. It's happened a few times already. There's been a few instances where a quest is technically completable or done. It's in a state where you can move on, but the game doesn't indicate it in the text. And it's often written in a way as if to imply specifically the opposite. Am I just gonna cut through the middle of Talmberg? Yep. This is safe. We'll go to C first, then D. He's the hippinest, hoppinest horse. Like a badass. Hey, buddy, I see you've been sitting here.
I'm honored that a knight such as you takes an interest in me.
I've arranged some beer for you from the local tavern.
You're a proper treasure, you are. I'm gonna put a word in about how well you look after us. Like your own kith and kin.
The charcoal burners nearby have some stocks of pitch they'll let us have.
That's handy. Sir Rubard will be pleased. What little we had left was running out, and he was getting worried.
Well, he can stop worrying.
Good. I'll get someone to take care of it.
So it was a matter of the text seemingly just not updating. Hey, I'm back up to 8.3. Neat. Neat, 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 neat. And the quest log should look considerably simpler. But we don't know what Divish needs yet. I haven't checked with him as soon as I probably should have. And his might be complicated. Otherwise, I'm supposed to basically go get some dude / kidnap him and then make a lot of potions. Or go buy a lot of potions from somewhere.